3 states, 2 bucks, and 1 Big 10 pointer. This is the story of the Big 10 and the crazy 7 days leading up to it.
This hayfield that we're covering tonight is where 3 or 4 shooters have been coming out fairly regularly right at last light.
We got several early season pictures of this deer. He was bouncing in and out around different parts of the farm. Being I was only able to hunt weekends, I wasn't sure if I would be able to get an opportunity at this buck before one of the neighbors got him. As the end of October neared, I knew I had multiple mule deer hunts coming up that would keep me out of the deer stand for some time.
We had the Big 10, the Big 8 show up. They were gone for 5 or 6 days, but they were back on the farm last night.
On October 7th, I had one great encounter with the Big 10. He walked into 62 yards, but didn't offer a shot. He quickly left the field in what felt like he was leaving my life forever.
Well, it's October 11th. This is the last weekend I have to hunt before I go to Wyoming for 2 weekends. Kind of running out of time before rifle season here to get this buck with some of these mule deer trips I have coming up, so fingers crossed he slips up and walks out tonight. Alright, well, we just got here. I wanted to wait till light to walk in. It looks like there's a pretty good cliff face up here, so I wanted to be able to see what I was really getting myself into. The game plan for today, we're just going to get up around this corner, see if it's worth A, packing in, B, kind of seeing what the terrain looks like, and then C, I want to come back to camp, shoot the rifle, make sure it's on. But we're going to go for a little walk while it's still morning, see what we can see, maybe kick up a deer or two. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can find some still on their feet. This morning's the chilliest morning that we're going to have the whole week I'm here. So it's going to be about 30, high 30s, mid 40s in the morning. We're about to roll out, so wish us luck.
The craziest week of my life. I was set to hunt Wyoming for 9 days on a general deer tag.
Absolutely cannot believe it. 4 days of hunting, and I'm finally laying eyes on my first deer. 2 does. Can't shoot a doe, but I've never been more excited. There's deer, there's life. Come a long ways to look at these 2 does. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna enjoy it. My mind's blown. There's life. Now, hopefully there's a buck with them. Because where there's a deer, there's more deer. And we're 1 step closer. Some new hope. New hope. $265 yards.
After a grueling 4 days of hunting and only turning up 2 does, I elected to try Plan B, fill my South Dakota mule deer tag early.
Well, as you can see, change of scenery. We dipped out of Wyoming late last night, went into town, had dinner, thought on the matter. Kind of decided I just wasn't seeing enough deer for me to spend another 5 days out there burning PTO and gas and everything, driving around, my time, just with the lack of deer. I mean, I drove tons of miles of even private land just to see if there's bucks coming down to the egg. They weren't. So here we are, hit South Dakota. We're at one of my favorite spots. We got a long walk in. Sun just came up, shot the bow quick, made sure it was on. It's been bouncing around in the bed of the truck for the last 4 days. Was a little concerned about it, but seems to be hitting good. But we're gonna walk in here, so fingers crossed and wish us some luck.
With quick turnaround on the second morning of hunting, I glassed up a few nice deer.
Alright, well, that buck that I just showed you on the phone scope is bedded up right over here. I figured that he probably laid down with his back to the wind and his head is tucked in right behind this sagebrush. So we're gonna see how close we can get. I don't know if I'm gonna shoot yet or not. I want to get a little bit closer look, but we're gonna try to slip in here as close as we can get and see what happens. Either way, he's a solid buck. Wish us luck.
I was able to stalk into 15 yards and place a great shot on this buck, having him go down in seconds.
Well, man, that takes a lot of weight off my shoulders. I missed quite a bit nicer deer earlier today. I wasn't able to get it on video, but I just 17 yards, I think he was right there. To come 15 yards to come in, get that close, drop an arrow in him on camera. I'll be back out with my rifle tag. I can get back to Wisconsin, do some bow hunting this weekend. Today is Thursday. Yes. South Dakota tag punch, baby. 15 yards, what a stock. I have a heck of a pack out of here though. I will say that for sure. A heck of a pack out of here. But I'm glad I came from Wyoming. I couldn't pass it up. He was right there. That was great. Let's go take a look at him. He's down just right here. Say hi to the camera. I think I'm filming, but we'll go walk up to him.
With the success of filling this tag, there was only one thing on my mind: the ability to get back in the tree in Wisconsin and hunt the Big Ten for the last couple days of the trip.
Well, we're all loaded up. We got about 6-7 miles to the truck. Never shot a deer back here, but we're gonna see how it goes. It's gonna suck, whole deer in one trip, but here we go.
Morning one offered little to no hope that the Big Ten hadn't already been shot. He hadn't been on camera for a few days, and he had made no appearance to his favorite watering hole.
Well, we drove through the night to get back from South Dakota. Killed my buck 2 nights ago. Up here in the tree, it's about 26 degrees, just had a cold front roll through. We're on the back side of it. It's gonna warm up over the next couple days. I'm sitting over this water hole that we've had quite a bit of activity at. There's kind of 2 bucks in particular that I'm after. We did have a new buck show up last night. That's pretty nice that I'd probably take him too. But we're gonna sit tight and see what we see.
With a southwest wind and the watering hole being the best stand selection, I decided to give it a second try that evening. To my surprise, with 20 minutes left of daylight, the Big Ten and 8 started working their way in. Fingers crossed. That 8-pointer's spooked. And I only have one chance. A frontal at 30. And it looked like it buried to the fletching. Baby. Oh, we're gonna have to get some time though. Oh, what just happened? Alright, well, as you guys saw in the video, I had to take a frontal that 8-pointer spooked, and it was kind of a now or never situation. With things getting closer to rifle season, I decided at 33 yards to take that frontal shot. We've given him about 4 hours just because I kept playing it back on the camera, playing it back in my head. I felt like it hit good, but at the same time I felt like with how high up in the tree I was, and when I recovered the arrow, that it potentially was maybe a little too low, and I just caught brisket. So we gave it a little bit of time. We're gonna go in here. We're just gonna real slowly creep down the blood trail, see how things look. I haven't gone in yet other than to grab the arrow. So follow us in there, and hopefully
fingers crossed. I've been sweating for 4 hours now, but we find a buck. So we're gonna go in there and give it our best. Better there. Blood's starting to pick up. It's looking good. I don't think he could have made it much further. Oh, dude, look at this. Oh. Dude, right there. Yeah. Yeah. No way.
Oh, Yodi.
Coyote's got him a little bit. Dude, look at that shot though. Frontal. Exit. Well, we were able to find this buck. He's a heck of a buck. He's all bladed out, super wild character. He's got a flyer over here, real heavy. My biggest buck to date for sure. He had me a little worried, so we gave him some time. He's stiff as a board. He didn't go more than 50, 60 yards before piling up. So super pleased with him. The coyotes did get to him a little bit, but not too bad. We still have plenty of salvageable meat on them. It's crazy to me how fast the coyotes can get on a deer. So yeah, we were able to get it done tonight. Biggest buck I've ever shot. That's a whitetail for sure, especially with the bow. So.
I'm so grateful for a story like this to come together. This was the buck of the year for me and taught me a lot about whitetail hunting as a whole. Not every story comes together this perfectly, and for something to happen like this, I know I had a little help from the man upstairs.